Over the last 10 years, I've been lucky enough to actually see the live streaming evolve. I have seen some live streaming devices come and go. I've seen some live streaming software and services. And if you look close enough, they're all competing for one thing: the user. And you know why? Because the user is the king. If us users, streamers, are happy, and that means success. Now, as a brand, the more happy customers you get, the better. And it all comes to one thing: the user experience. And that's going to determine the future of live streaming. Now, let's go back a little bit. Personally, in 2012, I believe I actually purchased what's called back then the TC40, which is the TriCaster 40 by NewTek. And I still actually have that device, and technically it was a device that will actually allow you to stream in full HD. It didn't have HDMI. Back in the day, we were actually using what's called RGB component, which is like 3 cables, red, green, blue, and by combining those colors, you create, a picture. And the only thing actually they were doing, they actually had a computer. It's like they built a computer with the built-in capture card, and they were actually giving you a software made by them, and you would use that software to go live. Now, one of the issues still worked. Till now, it still actually works, but the problem is they actually stopped making or upgrading the software, and eventually I found myself with some hardware that I couldn't use anymore that actually cost me over $5,000. Now, Blackmagic started actually stepping in, because at the end of the day, they were trying to market to people, users like me, freelancer, people who really don't have a lot of money, but who feel like they want to start getting to the live streaming game as live streaming was actually evolving. That's where Blackmagic actually stepped in. They started actually making some affordable capture card, the Atem switchers and stuff like that. And eventually, fast forward back in 2020, actually they introduced the Atem Mini lineup, which became really popular, especially among content creators. Even businesses and big production companies started using actually this device. Now, I'm gonna tell you, the Atem Mini lineup, including the Atem Mini, the Atem MiniPro, and the Atem Mini Extremes, man, they are really powerful. And you could actually, with the Atem Mini or the Atem Mini Pro, get a super nice switcher for under $500 that will give you 4 HDMI inputs. You can actually go live, record at the same time, and the device is actually super portable. And this really solved a specific problem for people like us, but there was still one thing that was missing. Look, I'm a big fan of Blackmagic Design. They really make great stuff for us, but there is one thing that I think they actually gotta work on: their software. I feel like their hardware is perfect, or at least almost perfect, but when it comes to software, I feel like we don't really have that much choice. You got, a few settings to be able to live stream on Facebook, YouTube, but if you're trying to maybe multi-stream or use our custom RTMP, like they are actually holding. It's like Canon and Panasonic. Panasonic is always giving us a lot of features when it comes to cameras, but Canon is always like trying to give a few specs or few features. Now, straight, this is not a comparison between the YoloLiv and the Atem MiniPro, but I just want to make a point and actually show you why the YoloLiv brand is actually defining the future of live streaming. So, software, one issue with Blackmagic stuff. Second thing, ever since the Atem MiniPro has actually came out, a lot of people have been trying to make some cases for it, trying to make some monitors, just a way to kind of have like a complete setup with the Atem MiniPro to be able to take it anywhere as a complete mobile setup. This thing is like was made to be mobile, but at the same time it's like it's not mobile, so it's like just in between, okay? And if Blackmagic was actually listening to us, they could actually come up maybe with some sort of a monitor kind of attached to the Atem MiniPro, some sort of version with a better software, or maybe take advantage of some devices that already have like iPads or Android phones, whatever, and actually come up with a better software that will work with their hardware. There is actually a brand called YOLO YoloLiv, and they have actually been watching us, listening, and they actually came up with specific solutions to those problems. And this is how the YoloBox and the YoloBox Pro actually was born, in my opinion. I'm gonna tell you why I'm a big fan of this device. Full disclosure, YoloLiv actually sent me this device to review, but before they even sent it to me, I was already a big fan of the YoloBox Pro concept. Is just awesome. This device here gives you 3 HDMI inputs and a USB input. It does give you 1 Ethernet input if you want to live stream, which is gonna be something that we're gonna be talking about in a minute. HDMI out, USB Type-C, and you got headphones out for monitoring your audio, 2 mic inputs, and you got USB Type-C for charging the device. This is like, wow. So this device is first a switcher, second is an encoder because you can actually stream directly from this device, third is a monitor. Think about the Atem MiniPro. To be able to use it, you need a monitor, but this little thing here, you could do everything. This is a touch monitor, guys. 4, you can actually record directly into this device. So it's a recorder by simply using an SD card. So it has an SD card slot that you can just put it in and actually record your streams, which is cool. And at the same time, this device is actually a computer, so you don't need an extra computer to be able to use it, unlike the Atem Mini or the Atem MiniPro or some other switchers, because it's running its software. So everything, you got the live streaming software and everything right here in the box. Look, it's almost the size of my iPhone. You know, it's smaller than an iPad, which means I can take it anywhere. But hold on guys, it even has a SIM card slot, so which means I can actually have a SIM card into this thing and I can use it to live stream, to go live as if I was actually going live on my phone or using my phone. Now, why do I say that the YoloBox Pro represents the future of live streaming? Because I can see in the future, with the rise of content creation, a lot of people want something simple, portable, something that they can actually take anywhere, especially content creators. I want to be able to take a trip, let's say I'm in a hotel or somewhere in a remote area, and be able to actually hold this thing, maybe connect 1 or 2 cameras, boom, put it in front of me and start going live with no problem. And this is the future. Now, another exciting device from YoloLiv is actually a new device they just released called Instream. So basically, it's like the YoloBox Pro, but this one is actually vertical. And I want you to think, if you're using a cell phone or if you own a cell phone, iPhone, Android phone, it doesn't matter. I can tell you or assure you, 99% of the time you're actually consuming or watching content on your phone. Okay, and I don't know why companies are sleeping. Sony, Panasonic, Canon, you name it, nobody's actually coming up with a vertical camera. Now, all the cameras that we have, they all have these horizontal sensors, but I don't know why people are not seeing. If 99%, let's say maybe 80% of people are consuming content on their phones, why people now, we have streaming, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everything now is becoming more vertical with the rise of the creator economy. Why nobody's stepping in actually to create a vertical camera? But guess what? YoloLiv actually has come up, the very first device to be able to stream on Instagram, TikTok vertically, that will actually give you HDMI inputs to be able to go live. This is the future, guys. This is where we are right now. So guys, if you are into live streaming and you're not actually subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna be making a lot of videos about this device. But other than that, if you don't own the YoloBox Pro, just want to show you a little quick, this is everything that you're gonna get in the box, all the accessories to actually get you started. And again, I believe this device represents the future of live streaming, especially mobile. So if you want to see me comparing the YoloBox Pro and the Atem MiniPro, I'm gonna make sure I actually leave a link down below to that video, and I'm gonna link it at the end of this video. And let me know what you think in the comment section. Am I right? Am I wrong? Other than that, I'll see you guys on my next video. Take care.